Here's what most leaders don't understand. The pandemic didn't just change how we work, it fundamentally altered our collective nervous system. Remote work isolation, health anxiety, economic uncertainty, social unrest, constant change. These created what trauma psychologists call compound trauma, layer upon layer of stress that accumulates over time. When someone's nervous system is stuck in survival mode, they can't access their higher order thinking skills. They can't innovate. They can't collaborate effectively. They can't perform at their peak. I'm Dr. Debra Dupree, the EQ Alchemist. And if you're a leader struggling to understand why your team seems different since the pandemic, this video is for you. Traditional leadership approaches that rely on pressure, urgency, and pushing through aren't just ineffective with trauma-impacted brains, they're actually harmful. When leaders embrace what I call trauma-aware emotional intelligence, something remarkable happens. Performance doesn't suffer, it actually improves. As the EQ Alchemist, I help leaders understand that trauma-aware leadership isn't about being soft or lowering standards. It's about being smart. It's about working with your team's nervous system instead of against it. This is built on 4 foundational pillars: safety, not just physical safety. For those of you who have heard me say this before, it's about psychological safety. When someone's brain is constantly scanning for threats, they can't think creatively. Create predictable environments where nervous systems can down-regulate. Transparency. Trauma thrives in ambiguity. When information is unclear, traumatized nervous systems fill in the gaps with worst-case scenarios. Share your decision-making process, not just your decisions. Collaboration. Trauma often involves powerlessness. When leaders make unilateral decisions, it can trigger trauma responses. Ask, what would you need to feel confident about this approach? Instead of, are you on board? Empowerment. Build on strengths, not weaknesses. Trauma-impacted brains are already hypervigilant about failure. Lead with what someone is doing brilliantly. Here's what I want you to try this week. Choose one team member who seems different since the pandemic. Instead of trying to motivate them back to their old performance, get curious about their current capacity and where they want to go moving forward. Ask, what would help you feel most supported in this project right now? And listen without trying to fix. Notice what you discover. Look for these signs of trauma response. Number 1, hypervigilance, constantly scanning for problems. Emotional numbing. Number 2, seems disconnected or flat. Number 3, perfectionism, trying to control everything they can. And number 4, withdrawal, conserving energy simply for survival. Remember, you can't motivate someone out of a dysregulated nervous system. You can't performance manage someone back to 2019 productivity without addressing the underlying safety needs first. The leaders who are thriving right now aren't the ones pretending everything was back to normal. They're the ones brave enough to acknowledge that normal has changed and they're building something better. Your team isn't broken. They're responding normally to an abnormal time. The question is, are you ready to lead differently? This is what emotionally intelligent leadership looks like in 2025. This is EQ Alchemy in action. Are you ready?